Right, enough of that. I don't know. Uh, Excuse that. Alright, let's begin. I have nothing to say. Yeah, yes, I did get Squeak a game. Yeah, it's very simple, but it's very, you know. Yeah, like the title suggests, I don't even know what's going on with this case anymore. I don't. Uh-uh. But we all want to see it through, don't we? Lada? Night of the murder. I want to ask you about the night of the murder. What? You really gonna shell out the bucks for the info I got? Lada, you were loitering in this hallway the night of the murder, were you not? Well, kinda, but... Brace yourself, Phoenix. Here it comes. I didn't exactly hang around here the entire time, you know? Followed a few stars around. Got a few autographs, shook a few hands, had a soda pop with a few of them, too. Looks like she wasn't here the entire time that night. The security lady also wasn't in this hallway the whole time either. I guess this means there's no one who can tell us who came and went that night. Alright, so about the note that was inside your camera case. Oh, that did I wrote? Yeah, can I believe what you've written? You mean the stuff about on guard shoving his manager lady onto Karita? Yeah. Nah, well, I reckon you best not be believing that. What? Look, I sort of wrote that on a whim, you know? Writing whatever came to mind. Whatever came to mind? Yeah, like, when you get down to it, it's just a lot of random bulldooters. Hey, what's with you? Why are you staring at me like my grandpa used to? Hey, and why do you look like you suddenly got older too? Or am I just shrinking here? No, my baby, my $1,600 baby. What's with that red-coated prosecutor anyhow? The guy told me it was evidence and refused to give it back to me. Well, that's kind of how it is. Hey, you're that red coat's friend, ain't you? So put in a few good words for me and give me my camera. Give me back my camera. You want me to do what? Listen, nag the guy real good for about 5 hours and I guarantee he'll give it back. Why don't you do your own dirty work? Well, I reckon it's time for me to get going. A tabloid photographer without a camera is just a tabloid, huh? Yeah, I guess so. Keep yourself together out there, you hear? Come to see you in Gore tomorrow. Okay, well, I'll see you then. And you too there, little one. Keep up good work, okay? Okay. Don't be picky about your food now. Okay. And make sure you do your homework, you hear? Okay. And if you... It's too much. If you happen to find yourself a camera, would you please just leave already? I didn't catch all that. Well, I can go to Karita's room. Mr. Nick! What is that otherworldly ghastly moaning? I hate evil ghosts. I don't think it's a ghost. Maybe it's a demon? Are you serious? Excuse me, what who you're calling a demon brat? What? Zoinks, it's the alien! Who are you calling an alien? And, oh god. Oh, it's just you, Miss Oldbag. What are you doing here? What is wrong with youngins today? I came down here to pay my respects to my poor Juan, and you're disturbing me. Ugh. Please talk to me about the night of the murder just one more time. I talked about it plenty at the trial. I was fooled, tricked, deceived by that fraud of a photographer and her note. She was loitering around here with that imbecilic look on her face. With that imbecilic look on her face. Okay, got it. Now hold on a second there, you little pipsqueak. If you're going to take notes, at least make me sound better than that. Oh, alright. Now I've seen everything. But you know, I was working that night too, doing my job, minding my own business. So it's not like I had time to waste standing around here the whole night. I was wondering if you could tell me a bit more about Mr. Kurita. He was the most popular star, you know, especially where it counts. In my book. But I heard that he was lagging behind in the polls against Mr. On Guard. That's just a recent thing. Bad luck and all that, you know. But he was going to become an even bigger star than he used to be. Look, just look at this mountain of presents. It's a show of the mountain of feelings all his fans had for him. Yeah, the mountain is pretty big and certainly nothing to shake a stick at. That right there is more stick than you can shake a stick at. I need to have this video ready. Okay. Mr. Nick? What is it, Pearls? The presents. They're all bears, right? She's got a point. There isn't a single thing here that isn't a bear. All of Mr. Kurita's presents from his fans seem to be, bears. Oh, that's because you can't think of Juan without thinking about bears. Bears? Well, why bears? You don't know. When my dear Juan was training, he fought barehanded with a bear. Right, a bear. Barehand with a bear. He refused to give in and let the bear win, but after the fight, they became friends. Oh, wow. What a heartwarming story. I want to be friends with a bear. Look! It's just like in those young people's dramas. I can see those two tuckered out, down by a river going, heh, you sure can fight, you too, Bob, you too. Did all that really happen? It's in his biography, Bub. What a load of crock! So ever since then, fans have been giving him bears as presents. Yeah. Nice bears. I'm Uncle Bear and I say it's barely 8 o'clock. Jesus. What is that infernal racket? It's one of the presents going off. Sounds like it's already 8 p.m. Way past your bedtime. Yeah, whatever. Ugh. That startled me. I thought I was gonna die for a second. 8 p.m. That's the time when the award ceremony ended that night, remember? Time sure flies. Hard to believe it's been 2 days since the ceremony. The transceiver! Hello? Hello? This is not a phone. Maya! How's Maya? You haven't heard her, have you? It seems you were not able to fulfill your end of the bargain, Mr. Attorney. I have heard the news, so it seemed my present did you no good. Don't tell me. Did you no good? No! Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! One more day, please. All I ask is for one more day. I'll get a not guilty verdict for sure this time, please. I suppose if I must. I need that acquittal more than anything else, after all. Please. Please let Maya say something. I want to hear she's alright. Alright. Damn. Wait, what the? A little. What is with the static all of a sudden? Hello? Hello? It seems bad. Connect. Damn it! Did the transceiver just suddenly break? Excuse me? What happened? I don't know. All of a sudden it became nothing but static. Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! Why did the transceiver suddenly break like that? We should probably have an electronics expert look at it. The sooner the better. Electronics expert? Well, who would that be? Oh, hey! Well, back, pal. I thought I'd make you a little something for dinner. That's nice. Thanks. A rich man's luxurious full-course meal. Out of a can, that is. I'm sorry I went through all the trouble to cook, but I don't have the time to eat. Oops. Look like you don't have a can over there, pal. You've gotta be kidding. Here I thought he had already whipped something up. Oh, I know. There's one way I know how to be helpful. Ask me about anything you want, pal. Go ahead. Well, since he's here on offering, I wonder what I should try asking him about. Oh, transceiver. Definitely the transceiver. The transceiver? Oh, Mr. Nick, you should ask Mr. Scruffy Detective about that thing. What thing? Oh yeah, this thing just up and broke all of a sudden. It broke, pal? When I was talking to the kidnapper, it just suddenly broke into static. Look, it sounded like this. Oh, nearly static, pal. Huh? Maybe it fixed itself? That's strange. I'm sure it was making a loud static noise. Hold on. Maybe. Maybe what? Maybe it was electromagnetic interference, pal. Electromagnetic interference? Let's talk. So what is electromagnetic interference? It's something that happens when a radio wave gets mixed up within our signal, pal. Oh, when you put it that way. I don't understand what you're talking about. Like, for example, when a cell phone goes off next to a computer screen, the stuff on the screen gets kind of fuzzy and starts acting funny, right? Okay. Okay. I just remember, this game was made in 2002. Hmm. Huh? Computer? It's like when you use a dryer next to the TV and the screen starts looking weird. Oh, yes, the TV does do that. Oh, so that's what you're talking about. She seems amazingly happy at being able to understand this. Tech Pearl at all costs. So the room you were in when that interference to the transceiver happened. Alright. The room you were in when the interference transceiver happened. There's gotta be something there that's sending out very strong radio waves, pal. Something like a listening device or something. Ah! Hey, speaking of that, where were you when it happened? We were in Mr. Karita's room. The scene of the murder. What? That's it. I'm gonna sneak into the precinct and get a bug sweeper. I'll meet you at the crime scene later, alright, pal? Wait, Gumshoe. Oh yeah, baby. It's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go. Yeah. We should be going to Mr. Nick. Alright, let's go. Hey, you're finally here, pal. Sorry to keep you waiting. Do you have the, bug sweeper? Well, you see. I got busted trying to sneak in, pal. And suddenly I'm staring at the precinct doors. From the outside, I mean. So yeah, I couldn't get one of the police bug sweepers. What do you mean you couldn't get one? We need that item! Hey, calm down, pal. I didn't say I didn't get one, just not the police's. Oh, wow, so there's a bug sweeper. It looks a little broken. Well, hey, this was made when I was in elementary school, pal. Oh? By who? Well, me, of course. Seeing this sure brings back memories. Hey, don't look down on it, pal. Sure, it looks a little beat up. But I put my heart and soul into building this puppy here. Your heart and soul? It'll work, trust me, pal. It'll do the job, but... Well, you can't set the sensitivity. So it's gonna beep at anything that gives off electromagnetic waves. But isn't it better that way? Oh boy. Well, anyways, since I brought it all this way, might as well give it a whirl, right, pal? I'm getting that singing feeling again. Okay, now tell you how to use this baby. There's a listening device or some other sort of bug hidden in this room, pal. So we're going to find it, right? Right. Now first, let's turn the sweeper on. Next, move the sweeper around to give the room a real thorough look-see, pal. Look-see, pal. The sweeper will let you know how strong of a signal it's picking up, so keep an eye on it, okay? Once you find something that's giving off a lot of radio waves, press the A button to lock onto it. There's a lot of things here that's going to give off radio waves. So let's take a good look at anything and everything that seems suspicious, okay, pal? Alright, I'm gonna go stand outside and keep an eye out. Give me a yell if you find the bug. Got it, pal? Well, the phone is the most common place for a listening device, I'd say. But let's take the receiver apart first before we get ahead of ourselves here. Wow, you know a lot about electronics, do you, Mr. Nick? Don't you? Yeah, I know tons, especially when it comes to taking them apart. It's my specialty. I'll leave the fixing part up to Gumshoe. So, is there a listening device in there? No. And I really thought it had to be in the phone too. Not the phone. Oh, we got something here? A cell phone. Nope, no bugs in here. Cell phone? What? Don't tell me you don't know what a cell phone is! I'm sorry, never seen one before. Now that she mentions it. My cell phone couldn't get any reception while I was staying in Korean Village. And Pearls has never lived outside that village, so... Well, I guess I can't say it's impossible to live without one. The radio's on, I'm playing something. Oh! It's Kid's Question Corner! Professor, why is the Earth round? Yeah, why is it, Mr. Nick? Why don't you listen to the radio program a little more, Pearls? Oh boy! Ah, what a lovely bear! Ah, oh boy! Ah! It's supposed to be one of those fancy bear-shaped toy robots. It's a robot? It's a real robot? Yeah, it's a real one. Mr. Nick! Yes? How many horsepower is it? How many horsies? Horsies? Well, look, it's a bear, so... Yeah, I don't know. Okay, the TV, screw it. I don't really think the listening device is in the TV of all places. Looks like a TV was left on. It's now showing an old samurai movie. Yeah, this channel plays all sorts of international movies as well as domestic ones. You know, every time I watch one of these old movies, I always think, wow, these Japanese stars are really good at English. Yeah. When I grow up, I want to study Japanese. I should probably keep my mouth shut here and not destroy your dream. Yeah, please don't. Oh, I didn't know we got a... It's the TV's remote control, but it doesn't look like there's any devices in here. So I was thinking, I wonder if the TV remote works on other things, like, can I make you change your expressions like TV channels? Zap! Hey! But if I could, the people I would give the old mute button to. Well, I don't think it's gonna work on me. Why don't we try it on mine tomorrow, okay? Okay! Oh boy. The computer. There's no listening device on that notebook computer, huh? What's the notebook computer? Do you know what a notebook is? Well, yeah, it's a small book with paper that you can write on. So? Well, that thing is like a notebook in a way. It's basically a small laptop. Mr. Nick? What's a laptop? I don't know anymore. Hold up. No, wait, I can't get to it. Well, certainly looks like an alarm clock. What's wrong? Why do you look troubled? I just can't imagine listening to device being inside this alarm clock. Just, sort of reminded me of something that happened a long time ago. Oh. Well, anyway, it looks like the listening device isn't in here. And we're never gonna find it. Plain old calculator. It says 50 on it. Maybe he was calculating his allowance? A whole 50 cents? Maybe he was a spirit medium. Wow, there's a really delicious loaf of bread in here. Looks like it's been on keep warm all this time since the murder. Well, Mr. Scruffy Detective always says, gotta keep the trial and crime scene warm. I think that keep warm in that case is a little more metaphorical. We're never gonna find it. Lamp check. Listening device, nope. There are a lot of lamps in this room, aren't there, Mr. Nick? Yeah. And they're all on. You shouldn't do that, Mr. Nick. Don't you know that's wasteful? Yeah. I'll be more conscientious from now on. Sorry. Hey, where? I can't find it. This is our refrigerator, right? I really don't think the listening device is in something like this. Because it's filled with nothing but healthy vegetable juices, right? Yeah, sure. What does that have to do with listening devices? Man, we're never gonna find it. What's this? Sort of looks like a hot water pot, but... Oh, well, it's kinda like a hot water pot, I guess. But instead of hot water, coffee comes out. Oh, really? This pot can do that? Is there a pot that orange juice comes out of? I don't think there's anything like that, Pearls. Sorry. Oh, the water in this hot water pot has run out. I'll get more water for it. Okay, sounds good. Looks like she's forgotten all about looking for the listening device. And I can never find it, though. Oh, what's this? What's this? It's a small video camera. No listening device in this gizmo. Everyone's trying to make everything smaller and smaller lately, aren't they, Mr. Nick? Well, that's what it seems like. But I want to go bigger and bigger. Well, eating only vegetables isn't going to help you there. You have to eat meat, too. Oh, shit, I thought I would have caught the crime scene. Sweeper isn't technically the best. Well, make do with what you have, right? This is taking too long. Wait. Right. Hmm. Uh. Oh my god, which one? I don't know. Which one? Which one? Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I hate hearing that sound at this point. Oh, job. Oh, this is just a giant stuffed teddy bear, right? It's the biggest one I've ever seen. Oh, hey! So did you guys find it yet? The listening device, I mean. No, not yet. But this bear's eye is, oh, let's see. Perfectly normal stuffed bear with some really strong radio waves. Sounds like you found the device to me, pal. Let's take this big fella's eye out and see what we've got. No, you can't. Such a violent act. Ugh. Oh. I don't know. It's a miniature camera. It looks like there's more. There's a transmitter and a timer. What a emitter? A transmitter, pal. Oh, is this more of that high-tech stuff? So this tiny thing is a camera? Yep, it's a pinhole CCD camera, pal. It's a small, high-grade video camera mostly used in security systems. So it's a video camera. It runs on a battery, which comes with it in a set. But there's no videotape in this camera. This is only the camera part here, pal. The tape recorder with the tape inside it is somewhere else. Somewhere else? The footage is changed into radio waves, and then it's sent into that recorder. So, it's sort of like a TV and hydrate. Hold on. Hey. What's up? So it's sort of like a TV broadcast, isn't it? Well, hey, you know, you're right. Alright. Set to record the victim's room for 8 p.m. for 1 hour, was around the time of the murder. Have I seen it? No, but I plan on seeing it next week. So, what is a transmitter? Oh, well, it's a device that sends the footage the camera took to a specific destination. It's like a video version of a listening device, pal. It looks like it's attached to a small clock-like thing. Oh, that's a timer, pal. Oh, Santa approved. Very good. Alright, you can set it to turn the camera on and record at a certain time with it. You can set it for a certain time? Yep, let's see, this looks like it was set to start at 8 p.m. and go for 1 hour. 8 p.m.? That was the time the awards ceremony ended. No date set, so it's been recording every night, I guess. Mr. Detective, how long has this bear been here? I'm pretty sure it's been here since the night of the murder. Then maybe this camera caught the murder on tape! What? And if you think about the angle the bear's at, it's bound to have had a clear shot of the whole crime, pal. Changes the footage taken by the spy camera into the radio waves. Sorry. So there was a camera in the bear's eye, and it was disguised as a present. And I'm sure it was here on the night of the murder, pal. It's pretty big, so it stands out pretty well in my mind. But who gave Mr. Kurita this present? I don't know, pal. What? This means that someone out there's gonna reveal what happened here that night. Isn't there any way we can find out who that person is? It's impossible, pal. Did you? Oh boy. Who was it? Alright. It's impossible, pal. Radio waves can be sent almost anywhere, so there's no real way to find out. Oh. Is there really no way to find out? Spy camera sent its red eye. Found the victim in the room. Oh, I got it! Oh, what? Yeah, I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. Hey, pal. Let me borrow this mini camper for a bit. What are you going to do? I'm gonna go around the electronics shop and see if I can find out who bought this. But that's impossible. I mean, it's already 9 p.m. Leave it to me. Even if I have to search all that, I'll find your man, pal. Oh well. Oh, yeah. Oh, fire, pal. Your fingers are itching to go. He's gone. Yeah. The Mr. Scruffy Detective sure is a nice man. He's pushing himself so hard. All for Mystic Maya's sake. It's a mystery. It's a mystery how you always manage to do things in the most inefficient ways, right? Ah! You'll have to excuse me. I heard your conversation just now. Edgeworth, what are you doing here? A rescue team has been created and deployed. That dude has problems. The rescue team has been created and deployed. I can't say I'm optimistic, but we have to move forward, one step at a time. I see. Thanks. Don't thank me yet. We still have to find her. Yeah, I don't know. So there was a spy camera hidden inside the stuffed animal, huh? You are one lucky man, right? Huh? Do you know the stuffed bear, little girl? I have no idea. Huh, of course not. The maker of this bear is a very expensive luxury brand from overseas. It's completely handmade, and only a small number of these are exported here. What? The camera and transmitter that Scatterbrain Detective took with him are dead ends. Things like those can be bought anywhere. However, this bear is different. By tracking how it got into this country, this bear can tell us who the buyer is. I don't know. I really don't at this point. Can you really do that, Mr. Nick? Can you really? I guess so. Water. It's 9 p.m. I think I can still make it in time. Hold on. Let me look at gameplay for Spirit of Justice, because we might be playing it soon on stream. Oh boy. Eh. Hmm. Alright. It's 9 p.m. I think I can still make it in time. I'll be taking this for now. I'm sure you have other things you have to do. Snatched up by Edgeworth. See you soon, Ray. Wait! What? Why are you doing this? I have no interest in explaining myself to someone who cannot comprehend. But besides that, right? Until court reconvenes tomorrow, you should concern yourself with this question. Who was the person that murdered Juan Carita? The real killer? The real killer. Alright, I'm sorry for the delay. Do you really still think it was Adrian Andrews? To be honest, I don't know anymore. You still have a little time left. Find the truth, right? Everything begins with the truth. Juan Carita's real killer. Miss Andrews passed. Ever played Stanley Parable? Oh yeah, definitely. The kidnapper whose sole condition is an acquittal from Mr. Armyard. Am I gonna dress up? If only. If only. And this card. Shelly the Killer. Have I played Stanley Parable before? No. Maya. The only way I can save you now is to find all the answers to this case tonight. I don't understand what your real intentions are, Edgeworth. But as you said, all I can do for now is find the truth. Hmm. 9:14 p.m. Although it clearly looks like the sun is still out if you look out the window. Kurita's hotel room. It's past 9 p.m. already, isn't it? I wonder, I wonder if Mr. Edgeworth has already found Mr. Kamaya. These things take time. I'd say probably not. Well, the police are professionals, Pearls. They'll find her, so don't you worry. And if we can win a not guilty verdict tomorrow, then everything will be okay. You're right. So the real person who killed Mr. Kurita was that assassin, Mr. Shelley the killer, right? And the car Miss Andrews found at the crime scene seems to be proof of that. But if that's the case, then a new question comes to mind. Who was the one that hired the killer to begin with? Who is his client? You mean, who asked for the murder? Well, that person didn't want to dirty their own hands in blood. But whoever this client is, they're still a killer. Who could have hired the assassin? Do you think it was Miss Andrews? I wonder. But if she was the client, then why go through the effort to stab the knife into the corpse herself? But if Miss Andrews wasn't the client, then no, it can't be. Adam Guard himself? You know what? I don't even know anymore. Was it Matt? If Mr. Ungard really did hire the assassin, then he is not innocent at all. Far from it, he would be guilty of the crime. But it can't be Mr. Ungard, right? I mean, when we first talked with him. Mr. Ungard, I'd like to ask you one more question. Did you kill Mr. Juan Carita? Alright, just so we're clear, dude. I didn't kill anyone, and that includes Juan Carita. Okay? Couldn't see any Cyclops at that time. Actually, that reminds me. Did you remember something, Mr. Nick? Yeah. Something Miss Andrews said at the trial today. She said something interesting. So what is this interesting thing? Oh, that's right. You didn't hear it, did you, Pearls? Juan had bet everything on the Gem and Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought anyway. It looks like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. Mr. On Guard's secret? What is this secret? I don't know yet. But for now, let's think about it this way. Mr. Kurita was going to reveal this secret. That means Mr. On Guard had plenty of motive to have Mr. Kurita silenced. Which means we have to meet with Mr. On Guard. There's no way around it now. Wow. It's really getting late, isn't it, Mr. Nick? Yeah. It's past 9 p.m. already. But we still have some things to prepare for tomorrow's trial. There's still the matter of the secret Mr. Kurita held about Mr. On Guard. And Miss Andrews' real intentions. These are two things I must know tonight. But aren't visiting hours over at the detention center? I'm sure we'll think of something, Pearls. Don't you worry. Oh boy. Oh. Hey, wait! What is it, whippersnapper? All I know is nothing that has anything to do with you, is ever good? Like just now, I was handed this strange device for who knows what reason, and I was told to use it to search the whole hotel. That's the bug sweeper, isn't it? The one Gumshoe made. I don't know, and frankly, I don't care. But the request came from Edgy Poo, so... Edgeworth? What's with the dome head? Oh, I don't know. And he said... If you feel angry, direct your anger at that unsophisticated lawyer. So I'm gonna feel free to direct all my anger towards you! Ugh, gee, thanks a bundle, Edgeworth. What a pal you are. This is absolutely top secret, so you better keep it to yourselves. I heard they found a spy camera hidden in one of the prisons. Very interesting. I'm sure it was, you know... It was because for one in the middle of a scandalous meeting. Scandalous? What's that? It means, well, you know, that gossip that's been going around about my dear Juan. Oh, you mean that thing about Miss Andrews. But I'm sure she must have had some reason for getting close to Mr. Karina. I'll let you in on another secret, youngin'. I know who planted that spy camera. It was that obnoxious puffy-haired photographer girl. Oh, the nerve of some people. Spying on people all by herself, as if I wouldn't want to see it for myself, too. Wow, the alien actually admitted her true intentions for a change. Well, I don't know what you're thinking exactly, but I can bet that it's nothing good. But I didn't say anything. Okay. So you want to know about Juan and that manager, right? Actually, as I hear it, they were something of a refreshing pair, those two. Oh? I tell you, Juan really welcomed that manager with open arms, I heard. That manager? What are you talking about? You don't know that manager woman Juan had? Oh shit. It's a shame she killed herself, though. Oh, you're talking about Miss Celeste Pax. Miss Andrews' mentor, right? Yes, that's the one. That Celeste girl. She was supposed to get married, you know? Married? You mean... to Mr. Karina? Really, you young kids today don't know anything, do you? That girl Celeste killed herself 3 days after their marriage announcement. 3 days after their marriage announcement? What in the... Oh, God. Why would Miss Impax want to kill herself? She was going to get married. Well, that's because she was thrown away, you see, by Juan. What? But they were gonna get married, right? They promised each other, right? They held a grand announcement session, but 3 days later, Juan suddenly canceled their marriage. Is that true? It was in the weekly magazines. But why? Why did he do that? That was not in the magazines, unfortunately. I see. That night after Juan called off the wedding, the manager, Celeste, killed herself. How terrible. I wonder what happened between those two. Is there anything we can present to her? I don't think so. On that night, there must have been at least a few hundred people here. I guess the police are done with their questioning and investigating. It looks like things here in the lobby have finally calmed down. Feels sort of tense in here, doesn't it, Mr. Nick? Yeah, it does. I wonder if something happened. You're Mr. Ungod's lawyer, right? Yes, sir. Well, we finally found just the person we've been looking for. A real decisive witness. A decisive witness? You mean for the on-guard case? We're taking the witness's statement right now. Gotta hand it to Mr. Edgeworth. What's Edgeworth up to now? Who was this witness? I think you know this person quite well, Mr. Lawyer. Mr. Nick? Between the kidnapper's demand and now this. I can't see any way to win here. Oh, yeah. Mr. Edgeworth wanted me to tell you something. He did? Even though visiting hours are long over the detention center, he wanted me to grant you special permission, so there you go. What? I've already called them so they know. Go on. Go talk to your heart's content. Well, thank you very much. This is such good news, Mr. Nick. Go talk to your heart's content? Sounds like the police are pretty sure they have tomorrow's trial in the bag. Oh, boy. I'm sure they must have transferred Miss Andrews here by now. So that means that both Mr. Ungard and Miss Andrews are in this detention center. Now then, whose story do I want to hear? Let's do first. Alright, well, we'll talk to Matt first. Dude, it's Mr. Right. Even get me off the hook tomorrow. I'm counting on you. I hope so too. Edwards just dropped a bombshell on me by saying that Juan Corrida was killed by an assassin, and that the assassin's client is this man, Matt on guard. What's wrong? Mr. On guard, there is something I must know with 100% certainty. You seem kinda different. You're totally not like your usual lawyer dude self. About the press conference? You mean the one where Juan was gonna dress up as the Nickel Samurai? Yeah. I heard a little more about it from Miss Andrews. It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career as it had been revealed. Could you please fill me in on what the secret is, please? And the Cyclops. Oh, jeez. And there's 5! I knew this was coming. Mr. Nick? Don't tell me. Cyclops. You said a secret, right? I don't have any idea what it is. Do you, dude? Did you know about Mr. Corrida and Miss Andrews' relationship? Well, it's all over the tabloids, dude. But I don't know any of the details, if that's what you mean. Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I don't care what Juan did with his life. Miss Andrews. She had a purpose in mind when she started seeing Mr. Corrida. Her mentor was Mr. Corrida's manager. And Miss Andrews was going to get Miss Celeste Impact's suicide note from him. Celeste. Does that jog any memories? Dude, I suddenly just got totally hungry. You up for a pizza? My treat. Mr. Mr. Nick, what's a pizza? Is it a kind of pea like green peas? Let's go eat one later, okay? I can't believe she doesn't know what a pizza is. Oh god. I got cut off by the pizza dude at the shop. That's too bad. Well, how about we get our minds off of this topic and talk about something else, okay? Mr. On guard. Are you connected to Miss Impact's suicide in some way? Are ya? Well, we'll deal with those Cyclops later. Now... Oh, Mr. Wright, please, you have to help me. Uh-oh. Mr. Powers. What happened? Why are you here? You see, I got roped into this somehow. What? And now I'm gonna testify at tomorrow's trial. So the decisive witness is Mr. Powers? I was talking with a detective until a little while ago, and I was on my way home, when all of a sudden, you there! You're under arrest! And I was brought back here. Yes, this is the game. This is the game, Max. This is the game. Oh. I need to stop hitting the mic. No, it's right back here. Oh. They said my face and whole self in general look suspicious or something. Well, I guess I can see how they thought you looked suspicious. I'm just a normal guy in an exercise show for kids. Is that a crime? This dude. So, about this testimony you're giving, what are you gonna talk about? Well, I really don't know yet. But it sounds like I saw something pretty important from what they tell me. You saw something important? What was it? Oh, well, the detective told me not to talk about it. You can't tell anyone, and especially not that lawyer, he said. Who do you think is that lawyer the detective was talking about? I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it's me. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you got it. Mr. Nick! Mystic Maya and myself are your only two allies in this whole world, but it's alright. Ouch. I don't really have a lot of friends, do I? This is gonna do a lot of damage to Matt, you know. Because he's got that refreshing like a spring breeze image going. But what is he really like? Well, let's see. Matt's always been kind of a player with women. He would never really turn a pretty face away, if you know what I mean. He'd always say, "It's just a game. It's only game. Why do you have to be mad?" To justify himself. Oh, what? How horrible! That's unforgivable! Ow, sorry, didn't mean to offend you. But you know, he said once that there's only one person in the world who won't swoon over me. One person who wouldn't swoon over him? His manager, you know, Miss Adrienne Andrews. Why is Mr. Powers suddenly looking kind of energetic? You see, I'm actually a sucker for gossip. I mean, celebrities in their world have this dazzling sort of image, right? A dazzling sort of image? But aren't you a part of that dazzle, Mr. Powers? No, I'm more of a hairy, sweaty, smelly, brutish kind of guy, you see. It's okay, really. I get to hear plenty of gossip about a lot of the other stars around me as things happen. Well, That's true. Oh, hey, so did you hear about this yet? About Miss Andrews Manor and her suicide? Uh, you mean Miss Impacts? The yelling and the guy in the background. The guy, yeah, he does, yeah. You mean Miss Impacts? We heard something about how her wedding was canceled. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought about it a little the other day, about that mysterious death. Hey, Mr. Wright, why don't you ask me about that? Go on, go ahead. Mr. Powers is so charged up, his skin is practically glowing with electricity. Celeste's suicide. Hey, so have you heard this? Celeste left a suicide note. And they say that Juan went and hid it. We heard about that in court today. But there wasn't any actual proof that she had left a note. Well, this is what I think. I think that something bad was written on that note. Something bad for Juan, that is. Something bad for Mr. Carita? Why do you figure so? Well, before she died, Celeste talked with a few of her friends. And she said, "It looks like I got caught up with a truly insidious man." A truly insidious man? Did she mean Mr. Carita by that? Well, there's no one else that fits the bill, right? And that would be reason enough for him to hide the suicide note. I see. Well, that's some good info. Thank you. You're welcome. Mr. Ongard and Miss Andrews, they're both at the detention center right now. There are still things I don't understand or know about, I'm sure. I have to get the two of them to tell me everything. Now then, whose story do I want to hear? Matt on guard. Boy. It doesn't look like Mr. Scruffy Detective is here. Well, he's out there with that camera asking around at all the electronic stores. Then I'll make some salad for him for dinner. It looks like Pearls really appreciates what Gumshoe was doing for us. And he should definitely work here. Mr. Nick? Huh? Yes? Where is the lettuce? I don't think I've ever bought lettuce before. You uncultured swine! Well, I guess I have to give up on making a salad then. Guess the lack of lettuce is kind of a problem. Yeah, come on, like, why do you do my girl... Why do you do my girl Pearl like that? Like, come on. Did Matt really Freddie Mercury, Michael Jackson, and Bowie? Yeah, okay, yeah, okay, to be honest, yeah, I do see one bit of the Thriller jacket and, maybe a bit of Bowie in there. I don't know about Freddie Mercury, though, but, yeah. Maybe, I don't know. Very important matter, please, you must tell me. What is the secret? Well... Hold on a sec. I'm gonna consult my lawyer, okay? Hello? This is Phoenix Wright. Oh, hey, Mr. Lawyer, dude. Sorry, but dude, I really just don't have any idea, okay? I really didn't care at all about what was up to. What was up? Okay? So, it's like that. Looks like I have no choice but to remove those cyclops. This guard monitors the visitor's room. Sleeping, standing up. This night's pretty long. Probably got tired. I hope he doesn't fall over. You ever think of Freddy with the accessories? Smile! Your uncandid camera! Hey, you remember that show? Remember that show? Wait, hold on. Alright, I want to hear Adrian. Oh, it's you. I'm sorry to be visiting at such a late hour. But there are a few questions I absolutely have to ask you tonight. Me? I thought your client was Matt. I'm sure Miss Andrews knows something. She can't be close about the secret Mr. Kurita had on Mr. On Guard. I'd like to ask you about Matt On Guard, if you don't mind. Mr. Wright, you still don't know, do ya? The real him, I mean... You seem to bear a lot of resentment towards Mr. On Guard. If that's the case, then why did you become his manager? What do you mean One Piece? What do you mean One Piece? So who does she look like, One Piece? If that's the case, then why'd you become his manager? And why would you become intimate with his rival? That has nothing to do with this case, nothing. About Miss Celestine Pax. I had finally put her death behind me. No, thanks to you, it's all come back to the surface. I'm sorry. Yes, I was shocked by her suicide. And it's true that when I heard the rumor that Juan was the one who had hidden her suicide note, I began to draw close to him. I wanted to get her suicide note back and to burn it. You wanted to burn it? But why? I didn't want it to spread like just another piece of gossip. But I never held any murderous intent towards Juan. I would never do something so stupid. The suicide note, huh? I wonder what it said. Why frame him? Why did you try to frame Mr. On Guard? That's simple. Because he's the killer, that's why. Isn't it the duty of every good citizen to inform the police? But there had to be another way. The police are excellent at doing their job, so they figure it out, right? Well, yes. They're so good that they couldn't figure out the real truth behind Celeste's death. Miss Andrews. Well, I know you're not the type of person to do something without a reason. So please, tell me why you did what you did. Revenge. Huh? Did you say something just now? And a Cyclops on her. Oh, what, just one? A Cyclops, huh? Don't you understand yet? You're not my lawyer. To be honest, you're more like my enemy. But I'm sure I just heard Miss Andrews say revenge. Not me and whoever else. Mr. Nick, your phone! I don't like the sound of this ringtone right now. It sounds kind of ominous. It's probably just your imagination. Dude, it's the Steel Samurai. You should really pick it up, Mr. Nick. It could be important. Hello? We got a big problem, pal. What's wrong? I am on my way to your office right now. Okay. Hey, wait a sec. Why is he coming here? It's terrible. I don't know what to say, pal. It's the end. I say I'm on up. Oh, I got here faster than I thought. Hey. No time to relax now, pal. I'm confused as anything here. Well, what happened? We got him. We know about that spy camera. What? Eh? This quickly? And this bear is what gave him away, pal. The bear? I figured it out, pal. I figured that we should have been looking into the bear instead of the camera. But wasn't it Mr. Edgeworth? Pearls. And go on. There's only one person who bought one of those bears who's related to this crime. Who is it? Who would be so rude as to spy on another person in their room? Mad on guard. Huh? Mad on guard. Your client, that's who, pal. And here I thought things couldn't get any worse. Are you sure you heard right? That the person who bought this bear was... I heard it from the department store clerk, pal. This is the credit card receipt for the purchase. It's for $3,800, pal. That's an exact match to the price of that stuffed bear. A receipt? That's all you have? Nah, it's not just a receipt, pal. The store clerk said so himself. He told me, I'm sure I sold the bear to Mr. On Guard. I mean, the clerk even got Mr. On Guard's autograph out of it, pal. So I'm sure the person that bought the stuffed bear was Mr. On Guard himself. My sight is failing me. This can't be. Proof on guard brought a stuffed bear identical to one in evidence. Now with the spy camera. So what about the spy camera we found? That was a dead end, pal. I mean, you can get this kind of thing from anywhere. But for now, I guess I can give these back to you for you to file away into evidence. Set to record the victim's room from 8 p.m. for 1 hour, right at the time of the murder. I know you don't want to give up, pal. I never thought. I didn't think it was possible. The person who put the spy camera in Juan Carita's room was Matt on guard. Why? Why would Mr. On Guard do something like this? I bet it was to catch Miss Andrews and Mr. Carita at one of their rendezvous. I bet it's not good enough for me. I have to know the absolute truth behind this camera. Are you gonna see him? Mr. On Guard, I mean. What if someone took his name out of context and said Mr. On Guard? Mr. On Guard and pulls out a sword or something? Oh boy. Oh boy, I wonder how that would go. Alright. Yes. I'm scared, Mr. Nick. I wonder what we'll find out next. I'm scared myself, but I have to put on a good face for Pearls. Man on guard, what in the world have you done? Yeah, I do want to break that psych lock on Adrian, but you know, I say we go everywhere else first before making a conclusion. Oh wait, the living room let's check everywhere else in the hotel first. The hallway. How about Mr. Carita's room? Okay, well, alright. We are going to go to, We are going to Mr. Unguard's living room. It looks like no one was around. What happened to that person with the stuffed teddy face? Oh, she must mean that butler with the stitches in his face. Goes straight down the middle. I don't know why. He got like Two-Face. Choo! Meow. Oh, there you are. I guess you're still awake, huh, Sue? Come on, let's play. I wonder if that butler, Mr. Doe, is already asleep or not. By the way, his name is literally John Doe. Yeah. There's a small door at the bottom of this bigger door, Mr. Nick. I bet it's for Mr. Unguard's cat to use. Oh, you mean Zhu? The door, it's locked tight. Well, I guess that's to keep nosy people like me from entering it. You still don't think he's Ghost Rider? Oh boy. Giant bicycle's flying through the air! That bicycle Pearls is one where you don't have to pedal and moves on its own. Oh really? Wow! Would start to disappoint you, it can't fly. Oh, that's too bad. There's another door over there. You shouldn't go wandering off over there, Mr. Nick. Well, yes, Pearls. Now I know how Maya feels when I tell her to stop playing around. You're working really late, you know. It's already past 10 p.m., dude. Oh, Jesus. Okay, but the... Look, if you look outside, if you clearly look out the window, the sun is still out. The window on the left. I think it's time you told me the truth. Relax, don't you know that ignorance is bliss? But if you really want to know, let's talk. Matt's secret. Now, let's hear what this secret of yours is. What if Mr. Kurita had been successful in his plan? What would he have disclosed? I told you before, dude. I don't know. I don't know anything about Juan, okay? Look, Mr. Wright, I can keep on saying it until I'm blue in the face, but I totally didn't pay Juan any attention the whole time that night. I mean, come on. I was in the middle of a nap. Don't lie to me. Huh? I know you paid close attention to Mr. Kurita, especially on that night. First off, someone used this camera to secretly film Mr. Kurita's room the night of the murder. Secretly film? What? And then sent the images the camera took with this transmitter. Wow, but dude, where was this camera you're talking about hidden? It was in the bear. The spy camera was hidden in this bear's eye. Bear, though, was supposed to be a present from a fan. I guess Juan had a few of those kinds of fans too, huh, dude? Actually, I wouldn't say this bear was a present from a fan. You sure, dude? Who else could it be from? The person who gave this bear to Mr. Kurita was... You? Mr. On Guard, don't you know this bear from somewhere? I don't think I ever met Mr. Bear before, dude. Oh, but he says he knows you. How could you forget such a great friend? What else did the bear tell you? He says that the one who put the camera in his eye was you, Mr. On Guard. If I didn't know how you work in court, I'd think I was in some serious trouble. Come on, this is all a joke, right, dude? You're just pulling my leg. Looks like you're not ready to give up your secret yet. Well, do you have any proof you want to show me first? Here is proof that it was you who put the camera inside the bear. Yup. I have here one credit card receipt. Mr. On Guard. It's from when you bought that stuffed bear. Dude, all you can tell from this is that I spent $3,800. I go to that department store all the time, okay? This $3,800... This could be the toothbrush I bought that one time. $3,800 toothbrush?! It's ivory, and it's got elephant hair for oh, God. Ew. Elephant hair? Is that what rich people use nowadays? Anyway. Jesus. Look, the store clerk clearly remembers you and your purchase. After all, you even gave him an autograph, did you not? Dude, you should have said that earlier. Oocha! So can I ask you one thing? Yes? You're my lawyer, right, dude? So, if you are, then why are you looking into stuff like that? Because if I don't know the truth, I can't help you. Sounds more like stupid lawyer talk to me. Hey, let's stop talking about this, okay? No, not yet. I haven't asked why you set the camera up yet. And what your secret is. Of course, it would be strictly confidential. So, what are you going to do now? I'm going to find out what I want to know. Because I must. The reason you hid this camera in Mr. Kurita's room and filmed it in secret is... Oh, God. What is this card? Maybe he doesn't know about this card. This is a certain man's calling card. Oh, God. Great, now I'm getting flashbacks to Persona 5. Yahoo. The man's name is Shelly the Killer. And I'm sure you know of him. Don't you? Shelly the Killer? That's ridiculous. Why would I know some shady scumbag like him? If you really don't know him, then why are you acting so jumpy all of a sudden? This is it. I'm finally starting to get to the truth. I can't afford to make any more mistakes now. Oh God, it's taken away 5 of them. Okay, Mr. Ahmad on guard. I know why you know Mr. the Killer. It's because... you're his client. Since you're the one who set up that camera, that means you knew. You knew exactly what was going to happen in that room. So, how? How would you know something like that? It's because you're his client. That's why. You hired Shelley the killer to assassinate Mr. Juan Carita. The real mastermind behind this whole murder is you, Matt on guard. This on guard guy seems, right. Actually, no, I think Shelley the Killer is a separate person, but yeah, it's a pretty stupid name. And here I was, trying to be a good boy for you, dude. I thought if you didn't know, you'd be able to do your job without feeling bad. Well, that's what I thought anyway. Mr. On Guard, you really did hire? Oh god. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna consult myself, okay? Consult myself? Well, I guess it's probably about time anyway. About time for what? I think it's time for you to meet him now, Mr. Lawyer, dude. Oh, well then. Oh! 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 I... Oh my god, dude. What the fuck, bro? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. How do you do, Mr. Lawyer? I'm Matt on guard. Well, well done, Mr. Wright. I bet it wasn't easy to gather as much information as you have. You really? So you are Shelley the Killer's client? You really think I was dirty my own hands in this, did you? What do you mean? That woman, Adrian, was quite brave herself. Trying to stick the crime on me. I didn't think she had it in her. But all I care about is that Juan is dead. Isn't that right, Mr. Lawyer? That's... You're lying! Oh, that's terrible. It's way past your bedtime, little girl. Go on, and let us grown-ups talk about more adult things. Mr. On Guard think he's in the Thriller music. I don't know. He looks like it. He looks like it. Okay. But why? Why did you hide the video camera and... The weakling soon believes the words of others, just like that pathetic Adrian. He knew about Miss Andrews' secret, but I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. What? Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. They turn their clients into cash cows by holding the sinful deed over their heads. And a superstar like me, how much do you think I'm worth? Care to guess? And that's why? Yes, that's where the video comes in. It's got his face and the crime scene recorded on it, preserved for all time. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want. That's right. That video is my insurance. Isn't that what they call it, Mr. Wright? Why would you do something so wrong? Because I'm a grown-up. I can. Good enough of an answer for you, little girl. Why? Why would you kill Mr. Carita? Because he was about to sling so much dung onto my beautiful public image. Scandals are a little annoying, aren't they? This is all because of that press conference, isn't it? If Mr. Carita had been able to give it, then Mr. On Guard's secret would have... Ah, well, that's what we call taking advantage of the situation, you know? I had no interest in doing it, really, but bit by bit, it crept up on me. And then the situation just presented itself perfectly. How beautiful, I thought. And that's how Mr. Kurita ended up dead. Let me tell you something. I'm not like Adrian. I don't depend on anyone. People are simply things to be used. Used and thrown away. Put on a sweet, innocent face, and people will swallow anything you feed them. Adrian fell for it. The assassin, too. Oh, and how can I forget? Even you fell for it, Mr. Liar. Everyone, all working their butts off for me. Mad on guard. Aw, did that leave you speechless? What a shame. Uh, uh, I'm sorry, look. I'm just so caught up in reading the dialogue, just like I have to go through it. You know? What's wrong, Mr. Lawyer? Grown awfully quiet. How could I have been so deceived by you all this time? When we first met, I asked if you had killed Juan Carita. Uh, um... Wait, you're actually going? Actually going? Are you? Well, um... thanks for being here. When we first met, I asked if you would kill Mr. Juan. If you would kill Mr. When we first met, I asked if you would kill Juan Carita. And you answered very clearly that you hadn't killed anyone. Hey now, I never told you any lies. The person who did the killing was that the killer guy, right? All I'm guilty of is taking a cat nap in my room. You, you, you killed Mr. Karina! I dare you to say that in court tomorrow. Ah, but too bad. You can't. You're my lawyer after all, aren't you? You could always drop my case and refuse to represent me. How does that sound? Ah, but you can't, can you? That would be the one thing you absolutely can't do. Mystic Maya. You wouldn't want to test the killer. He's a man of his word. Or so I hear. You could end up getting a certain friend of yours rubbed out if you lose. You scoundrel. So if I were you, Mr. Wright, Esquire, I think I would give it my all tomorrow. Remember, everyone likes a happy win-win resolution. What? I'll get you for this. That's such a cliche phrase. One said something just like that, if memory serves. Of course, well, we all know how well things turn out for him, don't we? Good night, Mr. Lawyer. Maya, what am I supposed to do? And now you finally found it. The starting line of this case. Edgeworth. I don't care for the horrid atmosphere here. Let's return to the precinct. Oh, God. You know, yeah, I really don't know what to think of this anymore. Like, what the actual hell is going on? Alright. Well, right. What are you gonna do? If you plan on changing your strategy... No! We can't do that. That's right. He's holding Maya hostage. What should I do? That's not something I can answer for you. Mr. Edgeworth. Right. Only you can decide where to go from here. 1 year ago, at that time, I didn't truly understand what a prosecutor was. And that is why I had to leave the prosecutor's office. I felt that I couldn't stand in a court of law until I knew what a prosecutor really was. And now, right, it's your turn. My turn? What is this? You're gonna make a TikTok? Okay. Take your time. What is this thing called a lawyer? What can you do as one? You must find the answer. And you must find it on your own. Alright. Let's chat. I'm a lawyer. But to fight for someone who is clearly a killer. Head on guard. That man is really... It doesn't matter who. Every person deserves a proper defense and a fair trial. Isn't that the basis of our judicial system? Proper defense? But what exactly is that? Is it where a lawyer forcibly and blindly gets an acquittal through shouting and trickery? Ironic that you of all people should say such a thing. Isn't that exactly how you have fought for your clients up until now? Oh. Well, that may be true, but that's because I believe my clients to be innocent from the bottom of my heart. But if I were to get on guard and acquittal, that isn't a proper defense at all. I became a lawyer because I thought I could save people who were suffering and in pain. But when I look at this mess we're in, I can't even protect the person closest to me. Even if I win the case, I still lose in the end. I just don't know what to do! Right? Would you get a hold of yourself? You have it all wrong. Uh-huh. We aren't some sort of heroes. We're only human, you and I. You want to save someone? That's something easier said than done, wouldn't you say? That's... You are a defense attorney. You can't run away from that. You can only fight. That's all you can do. Why fight? People like you and Francisco von Karma are always using all you have to pin me down. You fight to the very end, even when you know the truth is not with you. Well, I'm not like you. I can't fight for a false verdict. For a man I clearly know to be guilty. Francisca, she fights for herself. The only thing she fights for is her perfect win record. That's all. And isn't that the same as you? Isn't that why you ran away a year ago? Because your precious win record was destroyed? You are so petty! I see. Now I understand why you despise me so. However, you are mistaken. What do you... Thanks to you, when you sealed off my path to a perfect win record, I began to realize the error of my ways. I realized that things such as a perfect record were meaningless. What? I don't believe you. Are you saying that is why you left the prosecutor's office? But then, why? Why are you here now? The answer to that is something you will find out on your own. I have faith you will see it before the verdict is read tomorrow. But if you can't, then you will be powerless to change the ending of this story. Mr. Nick, the transceiver! I'm sorry for what happened earlier. Now then, Mr. Attorney, do you wager you can obtain an acquittal tomorrow? My, what is the matter, Mr. Attorney? I don't sense your usual anger this time. Tell me, please. Why are you holding Maya hostage for Mr. Engarde's sake? Why are you doing this for that cold-blooded killer? Right. Please don't misunderstand things. He is my client. Don't toy with me! The man who hires an assassin is just as much of a killer himself! I believe you were asking me for a reason as to why I am doing what I am. Yeah. This is what I like to call my aftercare. What the hell is aftercare? My name carries a certain amount of honor and dignity, Mr. Attorney. I take great care to ensure that no suspicion falls upon my clients for my handiwork. That is what is called client relations and is a part of an assassin's duty. An assassin's duty? We were unlucky this time and my client was arrested as a suspect. As a result, I did what I had to do to enlist your expert help, Mr. Attorney. And to ensure that you would do everything in your power to the very end. What? What is your name? I believe I told you once before, however. You did, but my name is the Killer. Shelly the Killer. You're Shelly the Killer? Please keep in mind you do not have much space to maneuver with me. As the Killer, I always finish what I set out to do. If you fail to keep up your end of the bargain, Maya! It would be my duty as an assassin to see to it she receives a nice long nap. Ah, no! Now then, if you'll excuse me, if someone were to trace the signal back to me, it would be quite troublesome. Mr. Maya! Mr. Maya! I don't know what to say. Edgeworth! Did you hear that? At the end of that transmission. Huh? Oh, that. It sounded like a cat. A cat? It can't be that cat. Can it? What is it? I think I know where Shelly the Killer is holding my hostage. Edgeworth, have all police units head for Engarde Mansion immediately. Alright. You hurry over there. You hurry over as well then. Don't lose hope yet, Pearls. The fight has only just begun. Yeah! Let's go! Now then, whose story do I want to hear? But first... Actually... Living room. Maya! Please answer us, Mystic Maya! We have this area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape. Assuming he's still in the area. I can't believe it. That butler. All this time, he was the killer. He and On Guard were working together all this time. I'm sure they had worked out a contingency plan ahead of time. Oh, jeez. What do we do? The only thing different is the bear. Oh, it's a figurine of a bear. But there are a lot of cuts in it for some reason. A wooden bear-shaped figurine. It's covered in many thin cuts. A bear? Isn't that more of a thing for Mr. Karita? Why would something like this be here? Right, look down. There's a little pet door installed here. I'm sure that's for Shu. Do you think that this came through that little door? This door! It's locked! Well, I'm pretty used to breaking doors down by now. Let's go, Edgeworth. Ah, there we go! Ah! There's no one here! From the looks of this room, I would say this is On Guard's private lounge. Look at this right. An antenna for sending and receiving radio signals and a VCR. Check inside the deck. There's a tape. It will be an important piece of evidence. If we're lucky, it'll have the moment the crime was committed recorded on it. I'm sorry, but the tape deck is empty. There's no tape to be found. Oh. But there's no mistake that someone uses to record something. It looks like someone took the tape we're looking for and escaped with it. It's on Guard's computer. Maya, why couldn't you have used this to get help? Mr. Nick! Where's the power switch? Oh, I get it. So that's what happened. She couldn't find the power switch. It's a VCR antenna. The footage that the spy camera took at the scene of the crime was beamed here and recorded on tape. If only we had that tape, it would have been really helpful. A huge television and speakers loom largely here. I'm sure if Maya saw this, she'd say, "I would die a happy samurai fan if I could see the Nickel Samurai on a TV like this." Bro, you a mind reader? How the hell did you know? Yeah, that's what she'd say. Ah! Can't believe I just made a joke about Maya, all things considered. I can't read all the labels, but this is a very large collection of videotapes. Looks like On Guard taped all of his own shows. Alright, that's it. We're getting out of here. Wait, wine cellar. Oh. We've searched all over, but it looks like he got away. I'm sorry. It looks like he slipped out of our grasp this time. And now, we've lost our only lead. Don't give up yet. That little girl is looking to you to be her pillar. Yeah, you're right. We're close, I can tell. We've already set up checkpoints along every route leading out of this district. Leave the rest to us. Maya. What's this? This looks like a picture of Miss Impax. With love, Celeste. Miss Impax? You mean... Yes, Mr. Kurita's former manager. Why would a picture of Miss Impax be here in Mr. On Guard's mansion? And why does it say, with love? This might be a clue. Alright, Celeste photo. Found at On Guard mansion, with love, Celeste, is written on it. Ah! What's wrong, Pearls? Please let me see that picture frame. Huh? What's so special about the frame? On the back. There's something written on the back of the frame. Maya. It's Mystic Maya. She left us a message. What? I thought you'd come. I knew you would. Now listen up. You'd better get On Guard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag of not guilty, I'll never forgive you. Ever! I'm fine, so you don't need to worry. There's so much I want to write, but I don't think I have a lot of time left. Hurley, you're there too, right? Make sure you help Nick, okay? Someone's gotta watch out for the helpless lung. Well, that's it for now, Nick. I guess I'll talk to you guys later. No! Mr. Maya! Right! What's wrong? Why the blank stare? Oh, nothing. We searched the house, and this is the last room. It looks like he eluded us. Edgeworth. Yes? As far as clues go, I think this is about all I'm gonna get. But I'm still short one last thing. And what is that? Yes, of course. Miss Andrews' psych lock. If I could just find out what secret she's holding, then I think I stand a chance in court tomorrow. To blow this case wide open and expose the truth. I think I know what you're thinking. I'll contact the detention center. Thanks, Edgeworth. Well, let's go, Pearls. It's time to open that last lock. Well, well, well. And blah, blah, blah. We've come a long way to the end of this... to the end of this crazy goose chase. Or wild goose chase, I should say. Good evening, Mr. Wright. What's wrong? You look ill. Miss Andrews, I have come to remove your psych lock. Psych lock? I want to know, and you will tell me, your secret. Fine, go ahead. Try to break me if you can. Alright, y'all. This is it. This would probably be the last psych lock of this game. Well, this game, and then we'll start on Trials and Tribulations. Alright. Take that. Just the one. Why frame him? Can you please tell me why you framed Mr. On Guard for the murder? I've already told you countless times. It's because I thought Matt was the killer. No, that's not it. I know you have a personal reason to dislike Mr. On Guard. Alright, let's look at him. I know you have a personal reason to dislike Mr. On Guard. Miss Andrews, you may think I didn't hear it, but I know you said something earlier. You said revenge. So... are you saying I was taking my revenge out on Matt, and that's why? What an absurd idea. I don't have anything I want to take revenge for. Miss Andrews, a woman who lives by being dependent on other people. There is something or someone in her past that will make her take revenge. Either it's Celeste's photo or Celeste herself. I'm gonna present Celeste's photo first. It's not Celeste's photo. What do you mean? This random haphazard thrown out of evidence you don't want to do it. That's not what I was trying to do at all. I refrain from doing it anymore. Screwed up big again. Yep. Celeste. There was only one catalyst that could cause such strong feelings. And even revenge. And that is Miss Impact's suicide. What are you trying to say? Celeste was Juan's manager. On top of that, the one who hit her suicide note was also Juan. What does all this have to do with Matt? You're right. You haven't mentioned him. Yet. But for you to hate Mr. On Guard, it would mean that he must have had some relation to Miss Impacts and her suicide. Can you explain to me this relation between Celeste and Matt? Hmm. Hmm. Yep. Yep. This. This is a photo of Mixed Impacts, correct? She looks younger than when she passed away, though. With love, Celeste. This is Miss Impacts' handwriting, isn't it? Where did you find this? No, that's alright. It was a rhetorical question. Yeah, it is. I found this at Mr. Engarde's mansion. And after all this time, my last remaining secret has been revealed. Well, we got her. So, why frame him? Celeste. She was supposed to get married to Juan. Yes. But I heard that it didn't work out. Because Mr. Kurita didn't want to get married to her anymore. Right? Yes. Because of Matt. But because of Mr. Engarde? What do you mean? I think I can see where this is going. Celeste. She was Matt's manager a long time ago. She was the happiest woman in the world at the time. I was working part-time back then, and I often saw the two of them together. So that's why, with love, Celeste is written on the frame of that picture. They were a couple, weren't they? Were a couple, weren't they? It wasn't anything as splendid as that. Celeste was being used. Toyed with until she was thrown away. That's so horrible. Matt's entire image is built around how nice and wonderful of a man he is. A scandal would have destroyed that. Which is why Celeste, in her kindness, moved over to Worldwide Studios. And that is where she met Juan. She seemed really happy with him. Even happier than when she was with Matt. Celeste and Juan were such a good match that they were even planning to get married. And then, it was suddenly called off. On the night Juan called their marriage off, Celeste, she killed herself. And that's why I framed Matt. It was revenge for Celeste and for myself. I'm sure even you can guess why Juan called the wedding off, right? Matt confessed to Juan about his relationship with Celeste. I see. So that's what happened. But then why did Mr. Kurita have to call off the wedding? I don't understand at all. It was probably because of his worthless male pride. Juan and Matt were always fierce rivals. Matt waited for the wedding announcement and then unleashed the truth on Juan. He was aiming for when it would hurt Juan the most. The poor Miss Impacts. That wasn't the end of it. That day, I'm almost certain that Celeste left a suicide note behind. And in that note, she left a detailed account of Matt's various misdeeds, and so that she would never again be hurt by Matt, she chose to die. Then, when Juan discovered her body, he hid her note. But why would he do that? It's simple. Juan realized that note was a powerful weapon against Matt, and it would be especially damaging to his refreshing like a spring breeze image. In any case, with his pride hurt, Juan sought revenge. Revenge. There's that word again. Juan wanted to publicly disclose the contents of that suicide note. At a time that will cause Matt the most damage, of course. And that was at the press conference after the stage show. I know all about it, because I heard it all from Juan. It was so I could find out about all this that I drew close to Juan to begin with. They're quite a pair of hideous monsters, aren't they? Even Celeste's death was something for them to use in their game. That night, when I found Juan's body, it was only natural that I thought the murderer was Matt. Those two were always spying on one another after all. As for me, I was frankly searching for Celeste's suicide note. I wanted to destroy it before it ever went public. I was gonna burn it. I'd even brought a lighter. But I couldn't find the suicide note. And that's when revenge crossed my mind. Yes, I was going to bring to them my own kind of cruel revenge. Celeste was killed by those two monsters. So when I stabbed Juan's body with that knife, I didn't feel a single shred of guilt. Shit. We have another case like this. After the victim died, they get stabbed again. This is the second time this has happened. And that's all I have to say. Well, Mr. Wright, even knowing all this, are you still going to help that man? I am a lawyer. I see. What a foul profession. Thank you very much for your time and for talking with me. It was no big deal. I couldn't sleep anyway. I can't sleep either. Well, with my situation. Or with what I know now. Alright, well, this is the last trial of the game. We'll play a bit of it, but not much. Only some. Oh boy, we're back at this point. Ugh. Ugh. How did I get into this mess? That's far enough. You can't run forever. Mr. Phoenix Wright. Oh great, we're at this point again. What have I done wrong? I can't allow you to go on like this. But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence! You are no longer worthy of your title. I've had this dream before, someplace, some time ago. As if this day was written into my destiny. Today, I'll stand in court as a lawyer to prove a killer innocent. But obviously we don't, but obviously we all know that ain't right. March 23rd, 9:43 a.m. Hello? This is Phoenix, right? You don't look so well, dude. You're gonna prove me not guilty today, right? No. If you please, Mr. Lawyer. Remember, it's not just me. Precious friend's life is right on today's verdict, too. Now listen up. You better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag and I'm not guilty, I'll never forgive you. Ever! Maya. Phoenix. Phoenix! Mia! Maya, how's Maya? I don't know. You don't know? She hasn't tried to challenge me since yesterday. Mia, what am I supposed to do? Well, like I said, for a lawyer, the worst of times are when you have to force your biggest smiles. But you can't give up. There's still some hope left. Stop it, please! There's nothing left. Not here, not anywhere. Set a curse on a guard again! Will you leave me alone? Look, don't call me anymore. Look, I mean it. You're really mean, pal. Gumshoe. I'm really sorry. Alright, now I'm gonna be honest. If you hear any background noise and it ruins the atmosphere of what's going on at the moment, just turn it off. That probably didn't make any sense, did it now? Where are you? They let me join the investigation team and we're chasing after the killer, pal. Then you have some sort of lead? Sorry, but right now we got 0 leads on the guy. But we're not gonna give up. Gumshoe. Until the trial is over, until the verdict is handed down, we're gonna do everything we can and find a killer. If we can get Maya out, you can get on guard the guilty verdict he deserves, pal. That's true. I could do that if they found Maya first. You got that? So you have to do whatever you can to make the trial last longer. I have to make the trial last longer? If you got Mr. Edgeworth with everything you got, then you two can draw it out. Oh, now I get it. I believe in you, pal. You and Mr. Edgeworth can do it. So, believe in us. We're going to give it all we got, just like you. Got it. Thanks, Gumshoe. Hey, Phoenix. You understand now, don't you? You have something money will never be able to buy. Friendship. It's the strongest weapon in the world and you have it in abundance. Yeah! Looks like we're coming to the end. I have to make the trial last as long as I can. Gumshoe will come through, I know it. Alright. I can only play for oh so long. Alright, 10 a.m. Here we go. Court is now in session for the trial of Matt on guard. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Now, as I recall, we concluded yesterday's session with a big mystery on our hands. The mystery being what exactly was Miss Adrian Andrews' role in this murder. That is to say, is she really connected to the crime itself? Mr. Edgeworth, if you would please inform the court of today's proceedings. Adrian Andrews. She forged evidence after suspicion on the Mr. On guard, and then proceeded to escape the crime scene by wearing a nickel samurai costume. The guilt of these actions are those from which she cannot escape. Then you're saying that she is guilty after all? I'm not finished, Your Honor. Miss Andrews has nothing to do with committing the actual murder. I would like to direct the court's attention to this card. What is that? It looks like a shell. This is the calling card of a certain assassin. Assassin, you say? Yes, Juan Carrito was killed by a professional assassin. And the person who hired the assassin, his client so to speak, is Matt on guard. Oh, what a surprising turn of events! I would think it's become commonplace by now, Your Honor. I know what's going on this time. So, I know that everything Edgeworth has said is true. But we still have to hold it out as long as we can. At least until Maya's safe and sound. I wonder how the trial will turn out today. Now then, please call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls the defendant's mentor, Mr. Will Powers, to the stand. Now the witness, your name and occupation, please. Okay. I'm, Will Powers. I'm a poor, underpaid action star. And what is your relation to the defendant? Well, I guess I'm sort of a lousy mentor to him in a way. Yeah. Mr. Powers, please, you don't need to put yourself down so much. Oh, sorry. Well, look, but I'm just kind of, nothing sort of guy. On the night of the murder, you visited the defendant's room. Is this correct? Yes. I didn't know that. But you know, I didn't actually get to see Matt when I went. All you need to do is answer what you're asked. Now then, I would like you to please testify about when you went to Mr. Ungard's room. Okay, sure. Visit to Matt's room. After the award ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his Nickel Samurai costume. He was talking with someone. At first, I thought it was the bellboy. I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. I had guests with me that night, and I couldn't make them wait for me. Rachel, you still here? Rachel? Nothing sounds out of place in Mr. Power's testimony. And talking with the bellboy is no big deal. If one assumes that the person Mr. Ungard was speaking with was an ordinary bellboy. What are you implying? Well, Mr. Wright, let's have your cross-examination, shall we? Looks like we're in another sticky situation. Huh? A trap. Can't you smell it, Phoenix? But for us to find out more, we're just gonna have to charge him head first, right? Do you remember this incident? Did Mr. Powers leave his seat that night? I don't remember that happening at all. Maya was making such a racket in her hyperstate. I ended up focusing on her. I see. In any case, from his story, he probably wasn't gone for very long. After the awards ceremony? Alright, you know the drill. Press everything. The defendant's room? Why did you go there? Well, I'm his mentor, like a big brother, sort of, and I wanted to say congratulations. Oh, what's wrong? Why did you stop? Mr. Wright! What is it? You're gonna try to trick me into a corner, aren't you? Huh? I know I'm just a poor underpaid action star, but I'm not the killer! No one said you were Mr. Powers. No, please, don't trick me! Every time you do your lawyer thing, the witness suddenly turns into the bad guy. Every time? Witness, I will personally talk to the defense at a later time. So for now, please kindly cooperate and continue with your testimony. Sorry. So you went to the defendant's room, and then? Hey, wait a minute! When and how did I suddenly turn into the bad guy here? Are you sure that was Matt Ungard? Yeah, I'm sure. He wasn't wearing the Nickel Samurai mask then. If that's the case, then he really can't be mistaken. And? What was the defendant doing, standing in front of his own room? He was talking with someone at first thought it was the bellboy. At first? What do you mean by that? Well, he was in a bellboy-ish uniform and he had a bottle of juice on a tray. Sounds like an ordinary bellboy to me. Yeah, but I didn't think he was a normal bellboy. And why was that? Why did I think that, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Sorry, but I can't remember right now. Sorry. I guess I'm gonna have to wait patiently on this one. I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. You saw the two of them, the bellboy and the defendant, together, correct? Yeah, the bellboy just wanted to say congratulations. Now, while you were watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange? You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. A tip? But that's a perfectly normal thing to do. So, how long did you watch the two of them? Not more than a minute or two, I think. Huh. I guess it'll be that night. He'll make him wait for me. So, who are these guests you're talking about? Well, you guys, of course. You and Maya and Little Pearl. I thought it would be really rude since I invited you guys if I disappeared on you. So I went back to my seat pretty soon after seeing Matt in the hallway. This is like squeezing water from a stone. It's probably pointless to press further. Do you remember this incident? Did Mr. Powers leave his seat that night? Let's see, in any case, from his story, he probably wasn't gone for very long. Wait, hold on. Oh my god, we have to do it in a... At first? What do you mean by that? I didn't think it was a normal bellboy. And why was that? How am I supposed to know? Hey, wait a second. Actually, Mr. Powers, only a few minutes ago, you stated... you know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. Could it be that you felt something strange about the tip-giving incident itself? Ah! Yeah, that's it. You really know your job. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor? This bellboy, he wasn't an ordinary one, was he? Perhaps we should let the witness tell us. Very well. Mr. Powers, please amend your testimony. You mean about the bellboy, right? Matt, give the bellboy a tip. Oh, can I? Oh, you're leaving? Okay, well, thank you for being here. I'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye, bye, bye. Alright. So, he gave the bellboy a tip. What's so strange about that? Well, you see, Matt's not a poor penny pincher like me. I was trying to figure out how much it was because the tip really shocked me. How much it was? But that's when something even more surprising happened. Bellboy is putting the tip he got in his pocket. And that's when I got my first good look at the guy's face. I was really shocked. I'm afraid I don't follow at all. It sounds like Mr. Powers was surprised twice by this event. I wonder which of his shocking moments I should ask about. Alright, well, obviously the bellboy's face. What was so shocking about the bellboy's face, Mr. Powers? Well, he wasn't exactly a boy, more like an old gramps. I hope you know that discrimination towards old men is a no-no in my court. Well, okay then. No, that's not what I meant at all. In the smack middle of the guy's face, there was a line of stitches. A line of stitches? Yeah, and it went straight from the tippy top of his head to the bottom of his chin. Almost like if that thread snapped, all the stuff in his head would come spilling out. Ah! He was there, in the guard's house. He was that butler! What is it, Mr. Wright? Nothing, Your Honor. So that means Mr. Ungar was talking with the killer then. If that fact were to be exposed, Ungar would be declared guilty in a blink. Phoenix, you have to play dumb here. Pretend you don't know anything. Yes, Chief. You sure you don't have anything you would like to say, Mr. Wright? Huh? What did you just say, Your Honor? Nothing, Mr. Wright, nothing. We're just going around and around in circles. Now then, Mr. Powers, please continue with your testimony. Oh, wrong. Alright, give the bellboy a tip. How about... on guard's tip. The defendant is a huge star. He can afford to give generous tips, wouldn't you agree? Sure. But giving him that much was maybe a little too much, I think. A little too much? Would you please clarify for the court? About how much would you say the defendant gave to the bellboy? Honestly, I don't know. I can't even begin to guess. And why is that? Because he gave the bellboy a really, really fat roll of cash. A roll of cash? Oh, well. How interesting. That certainly was a very generous tip, wasn't it? A very fat roll of cash. That can hardly be called a tip, Your Honor. Judges begin to look awfully suspicious of us. I'll object. The defendant is a superstar. That kind of tip is typical fare for people like him. Are you saying that all superstars are super spenders? If I could receive large rolls of cash by simply bringing people things on trays, then why on earth would I stand around here prosecuting? He's got a point. I don't even get paid little rolls of cash for all my hard work. Just story of my life. So supposing that roll of cash was not a tip, then what was it? Payment, Your Honor. Payment? Isn't it obvious? For the murder of Mr. Juan Carita. Then the bellboy the witness saw. Yes, he was the assassin. Hold your horses now. Mr. Edgeworth, you don't have any proof of this. Do you? Have I ever been unprepared to support my claims, Your Honor? I have here the card Shelley the killer left at the scene of the crime. Shelley? The killer? He is the person the police's special investigations team has been chasing for ages. I am certain that the person the witness saw was this very assassin, Shelly the Killer. Really? Huh? What's wrong, Mr. Powers? No, nothing. Something just clicked in my head and I think I just figured something out. Oh? Actually, I saw that bellboy again later on that night. What? Mr. Powers, please testify. Tell us what you saw. Which we will get to on Wednesday. Because tomorrow I'll be streaming Stanley Parable. Yeah, I'd say it pretty much done this time around. Yeah, oh man, we're getting a really long way to the end of this hellhole. And who would have thunk Matt's the killer? We all thought he was, and he seemed like a cool dude. Looks can be deceiving. Most very definitely so. Anyways, who do we raid? Who do we raid? Thinking. I don't know. I'd say, how about, let's, let's raid Zexo. We, go into raid Zexo. He is currently playing Final Fantasy 16 at the moment. That is it this time around. You know, I really don't know what's going on anymore. This whole case is so confusing. That'd be the craziest case. Is this crazier than Turnabout Goodbyes? I think it is. Like, holy shit. You know? Like, you know? I really don't. But anyways, I'd say that's pretty much it. Well, thanks for hanging out, and a big cheers to y'all for watching. Well, good night. There will be more Countless Nights. I don't know anymore. I really don't know. That's really all I have to say. Anyways. Right.